The program that I write now is, I will be having a string as an input, a string or maybe a string, or not a string, a word. We may say it's a word as input. If it is a number, if that word is a number, if the word is a number, convert it to the number form and print. Otherwise, say that it is not a number. I think I could make this point clear to you. If it is a number, then you have to print that yes, it is a number. Otherwise, you have to say it is not a number. Say for example, when I am given to input a string, I may input anything. Say I input 345. You will say it's a number. 345, you will output 345 is a number. That is, you have to convert it to a number and then output it. I think you understand this. Otherwise, what you have to do is, you will have to say I have inputted 345E. It is not a number. You have to tell not a number. Otherwise, you will have to convert it to a number and then print the number. That is 345 to be converted. Now you can say, what's the point of converting it to a number? I can see it's a number. But yes, I may in future ask some output to be done on it, or maybe some operations to be done on it. Say if I input two numbers as string and say in between that I type a plus, then I will have to add those numbers like that. So I have to convert it to a number format. Say for example, if somebody inputs E3, you will have to tell it's not a number. I think you understand this. Similarly, if somebody says only 35, you have to say yes, it's a number. 35, number 35. 35 is a number. You have to print that number 35 in a decimal format. That is, you have to print it by %d. So this is the thing. Now you remember, if I have to do that, firstly I must tell the user enter a number. Putts is much easy. You can say printf or putts. Enter a word, maybe a number. If it is a number, then the number will be converted to number format. If it is not a number, it will not be converted. So once that you put that, you get that also, get s. Because there may be blank spaces in between. Say if the user enters 3, 4, then a space, then 5, then also you will have to say not a number. Please understand, you have to tell not a number, because 345 is a number, but 3, 4, then a space, then 5 is not a number. Then you have to get s. Get s what? Get s in a string. So get s, s, where s has to be declared char s20. 20 character word is enough. So enter a word, maybe a number, get ss. Now the thing is how to convert it to a number format. For that, let us have a function. Let me write it as a function. Say you can say the function can be convert to number. Function name can be given like this, convert to number. Is not it so? And to that you need to send this s, and expected that it will return to you an integer. The number will be returned to you and you will be able to print that. If that number is not, if it is not a number, if s is not a number, say to s you have passed ABCD, then it is not a number. Then what will convert to number return? Then convert to number may return minus 32768, indicating it is not a number. And I think you understand. Minus 32768, if not a number, returned if not a number. You're just writing the comment to explain what it is. Minus 32768 returned if not a number. Otherwise it will return the number. So this program of convert to number s must be written. So I over here write it. It must return an integer, don't forget that. Or even you may return a long integer, possible, because that might be a big number. So long integer also possible. Long integer because maybe you have entered 3777645, big number, so you need a long integer. So long integer convert to number. This is your program. What should you receive? A string. So char star s. Now how to do the program? It's very simple. See what I will do. I will scan the characters one by one. Say the number, the string that you have received, say suppose, I explain it over here, say suppose it is 345. This is the string. Now what you do, I will just comment it so that, yeah, 345. What you will do? Firstly, if I take S0, I will get 3. If I take S1, I will get 4. If I take S2, I will get 5. So say in a variable called number, I initialize it to 0 and then I multiply it like this. Number is equal to number into 10 plus the character. See what happens, what I am trying to say. Say initially it is 0. Say you scan S0, if you scan you get 3. So 0 into 10 is 0 plus 3 makes it 3. But next time if you go do in a loop, then again number is now 3 because 0 into 10 is 0 plus 3, that is 3, number is 3. But next time in the loop 3 into 10 is 30 plus the number you get now, character that you get now is 4, so 34. Next time number into 10, that is number is 34, 34 into 10 is 340 plus character is 5, so 5 is added. But remember, this is a character, how can this be added? 5 is not present as 5, instead it is present as 53. Remember, 0 is 48, 1 is 49, 2 is 50, 3 is 51, 4 is 52, 5 is 53. This is how a number stays within this ASCII, in its ASCII format. So definitely the character that you scan, from that character, if you subtract 48, you get the number from that ASCII. The ASCII is say 48. 48 minus 48 is 0. So it is 0. Similarly, if the character is 1, then the ASCII is 49. 49 minus 48 is 1. Then you get that. I think you understand. It's quite easy. So the program is like this. For I equal to 0, initialize number to 0 definitely, followed by, how long should I continue? Till Si is not equal to 0. Till Si is not equal to 0, followed by what? Followed by I plus plus. Over here, every time I need to check whether it is a digit or not. If not, it is not a number. So if, remember that the thing that I am scanning, suppose it was E45, then over here I would have scanned D and immediately I will tell it is not a number. Even if it is a blank space, I will scan a blank space and say it is not a number. So it has to be between 48 and 57. Is not it so? 48 is 0, 57 is 9. So if Si is greater than equal to 48 and Si is less than equal to 57, then only it is a number. Is not it so? Only then it is a number, otherwise it is not a number. So what can I do? What I can do is, if it does not fall within this range, then I say I make a flag equal to 0 and go out. Please understand this. I make a flag equal to 0 and go out. So I initialize flag to 1. If I can go out of this loop with flag held 1, then I have never entered a part where it is not between 48 and 57. So here I write it slightly differently. If Si is less than 48 or Si is greater than 57, please remember only in these two cases it is not a number. Then I just lower the flag. I just lower the flag. What I have done? I have done like this. I equal to 0, number equal to 0, flag equal to 1. Now I enter. If Si is less than 48 or Si is greater than 57, I immediately understand that it is not between 0 to 9. I lower the flag and break out of this for loop. I simply lower the flag and break out of this for loop. Job done. Next, over here I should continue. This should in fact continue. Why? Because over here I need to do something else now, the actual things. So flag is equal to 0, I break out, it indicates that okay, the number is not, it is not a number. But if it is a number, your job now starts. What is your job? Number is equal to, as I told you, is number into 10 plus SI minus 48. I have come over here, means it is definitely a digit. So I subtract 48 from it and add to number into 10. Number was initially 0, 0 into 10 plus the first digit 3, so it's 3. 51 minus 48, 3. Next time 3, it is number is 3. So 3 into 10, 30 plus 52 minus 48 is 4. 4 ASCII is 52. So here you have got the number with you. Now over here you can say if flag is equal to 1. Here you can write if flag. If flag means if flag is equal to 1, because over here it automatically is 1 if 1. So if flag, then the number is ready, return number. But if flag is 0, else, that means it entered this if block. If it entered this if block, that is, it is between, not between 0 to 9, so it is not a digit. So here what do you return? You return how much? You return minus 32768, remember, which indicates that it is not a number. I written over here minus 32768 returned if not a number. So expected that minus 32768 will be returned if it is not a number, so I have returned that only. I need to return an integer, so I have returned minus 32768, and I have returned number if it is really a number. So this part of the job totally done. I have converted it to a number. Now I can simply print it. So over here I have got the number expected. Once I get this number, what to do? I will have to check if number is equal to minus 32768. You need to print you did not enter a number, else it is definitely not minus 32768, means it's a number. So here you printf the number is, now you are printing it as an integer. See, you had scanned a string, check this, you scanned a string, but you are outputting an integer. The string has been converted to an integer. If it is a number, it has been converted to an integer. The number is %d, then number. So this will be printed now. So your get ch after that will work normally. So this program should also work normally, and I should save this firstly. Oh, one thing, declaration, very important. Did you declare I? No, int I, comma, number, comma, flag. Everything needs to be declared, no space required. You may give a space, doesn't matter. Number, flag. What else? I did not use anything else. Yes, I have received, so nothing else. So I have declared I have declared number, I have declared flag. So everything done. So now I can save this once and then start running this. Let's see what happens. Did I use anything? Oh yeah, here also I have used number. So let me declare number, int number. Is right so? So now let me run it. Alter. 2 errors. Unterminated string or character constant. Where? Okay. Here I did not close this. What else? One more error was there. Oh, no error. Enter a word, maybe a number. 345. The number is 345. Converted. You remember, you have printed a %d. You have scanned a string and outputted an integer. See, 345. Sorry, some problem. Yeah. Okay. So this the problem was that save did not happen properly. So this int number is gone. Let me save it. Otherwise, I have done everything. I have just said this. Okay, everything done. Only that saving was not done. Anyway, so you did not enter a number, and this part, the change that I made was also not saved. Remember? Okay. So this is done. Now I need to again save this maybe, and now I need to run it once more. See, you had scanned a string, get ss, And what have you printed? You printed the number. %d, you printed a number. Okay, so let me run it now again. Enter a word, maybe a number. 87. See 87. Now let me try to run. The saving is not happening properly anyway. So let me try to run it with not a number. Maybe say YTR. Anything, any random thing I have entered. You did not enter a number. You check this. Again you run it. Alter. Say E3345. You did not enter a number. 370 space 7. Not a number. You did not enter a number. You get it? So again, say 981. Yes, you entered 981. So everything correct? You understood? Now one thing I want to ask you. If I enter minus 76, it is a number. You did not enter a number. Why? Because you did not scan for minus. Whenever it was minus, you also said it is not a number. Because anything which is not between 48 to 57, you have said it is not a number. Over here, you have made the flag 0 and broken out. So you are saying returning minus 32768, it is saying not a number. Even if you enter plus 24, it will say it is not a number because you did not even scan for plus. But I need to. Minus 24, you have to accept it as a number. Plus 46, you have to accept it as a number. Everything else is fine. But this minus something has to be accepted as a number. Plus something will have to be accepted as a number. What to do? Very simple. What I can do is, I simply check the first character. See, S0 is my first character. So I can say, if S0 is equal to minus, you check this, what I am doing. I am checking for the first character. That is, if S0, the first character is minus, then you have got two jobs in your hand. The first job that you do is use a variable called negative and raise it, indicate that it is a negative number. Very simple. If S0 is minus, if S0, the first digit is negative, first character is minus, then you understand that definitely this is a negative number. So I make negative equal to 1, indicating that it is a negative number. This negative 1 indicates it's a negative number. So S0 equal to minus, negative equal to 1. And another thing I need to do, you need to make a start variable 1. Why? Indicating that it will not have to start from 0, but start from 1. And see what? I initialize start to 0 and also negative to 0, indicating normally it is not a negative number. Normally it is 0 means normally it's not a negative number. Start equal to 0 means normally it will start from start 0. I equal to start, so start is 0. So normally it will always start from 0. See, start equal to 0, so for I equal to start, start is always 0. So normally it will start from 0. But if S0 is negative, in that case your start will not be from 0 but from 1, that is it will start from S1. S0 will not be taken because S0 has been treated as the minus. Otherwise everything is same. For I equal to start, for I equal to start means start is equal to 0 normally. So where from is it starting? It is starting from 0. But the problem is, if the first character is minus, then you are initializing start to 1. In that case it will start from S1. See, from S1. I think you get it. And also if S0 is negative, negative equal to 1. But remember one more thing. What is that? S0 may also be plus. S0 may also be plus if I forgot to write the if. Else if S0 is equal to plus. That is, if S0 is plus, then also you need to start from the next character, that is from 1. So then also start should be equal to 1, that is you should start from the next character. But negative should remain 0 because it's a positive number. Normally negative is 0 over here. So negative I should not touch. Negative should remain 0 normally, even if it is plus. So it should start only from the next character. However, if it is a minus, then yes, it should start from the next character, but negative should also be equal to 1. So I think you understand this. This part is done now. I have declared everything. Now if you run it, this should run properly. Let me save it and try to run it. Once more save it. Okay. So let me run it. Alt R, enter. Enter a word, maybe a number, 345. You entered, the number is 345. So it is working fine. So again, saving problem. Some problems happening with saving. Anyway, I have done the needful. Everything is fine. Everything worked properly. Saving was done. So let me try to run it again. So enter a word, maybe a number. This time minus 34. The number is 34. It is showing. Why? Because you did not show anything to show that it is a negative number. Did you return? You have returned the number only. So that part needs to be done. So check what I need to do. I will have to check whether it is a negative number or a positive number. Say for example, if flag is 1, only then it is a number. Remember, if flag is 1, only then it is a number. So over here, if flag is 1, else part is absolutely fine, it is not a number. But if flag is 1, I need to return a number, but prior to that, I need to check something. If negative is equal to 0, if negative is equal to 0, then you return a number. Remember, negative is 0. Else, if negative is 1, it is a negative number. You need to return, not number, but number into minus 1. Please check this. You need to return number into minus 1. That is the negative version. It is not 340. If you enter minus 345, from here you will only get 345. Because you are neglecting the minus. You are only making negative 1 and you are not doing anything. But over here I have checked. If it is 0, it is not a negative number. So you return the number. But if it is a negative number, if negative is 1, then you return that number into minus 1. I think you get this. Now you run this code. You enter a word, maybe a number, minus 45. The number is minus 45. Again run it, 45 only, the number is 45. Again run it, 056, number is 56. Again run it, minus 23, yes, minus 23. Again run it, 24F, 34F, not a number. So I think understand everything. So this program works absolutely fine. One thing to tell you, very simple. We had decided upon returning long int from this function. Why long int from this function? Because the string that may be entered by the user over here may be a long string. Maybe it is 3, 7, 6, 8, 9, 4, 2, a big number. So if you take long int, then chances of your success is more. Even user can put even bigger number than long int, but at least you give some space to the user to put more long or enter more bigger numbers than 32767, is not it, which is the maximum limit of int. So long int we had decided upon, but we did not comply with that. We took number as an integer and we return number only. We did not take it as a long int. See over here, what I should do is I should take this number as long int. I should declare it as long int number, so that I can count for more and more big numbers. So negative, this variable can be int because it is 0 or 1. Start variable can be int because it is 0 or 1. Flag can be int because it is 0 or 1. But I can also be int because I is only varying up to the length of the number. Say 345, it is only 3. I can go up to 1, 2, 3 maximum, or 0, 1, 2 maximum. So I is int again. So number has to be long int. So if I declare number as long int, rest of the thing is absolutely fine. I am dealing with numbers, I am returning those, so long int is fine now. So over here also, the number where I am receiving it should be long int, is not it so? So that I can deal with bigger numbers. But over here when you are printing, it is %d. So if you have to print a long int, you must take %ld. So now let me run it. See, your smaller numbers are working fine, 345. Your smaller numbers are definitely working fine, but your bigger numbers, will also work fine. Say minus 567432, big number. See, minus 567432. Had it been integer, it would not have worked. You check out again. Say this time with plus. Plus will also work. 45632219. See, 45632219 works fine. I think you understand this. So this is how you write this program. We will come back with more programs on string using getters, putters and other things we will discuss once we come back. Let's take a bit of break and come back. Thank you so much.